Okay, so you guys are fourth grade today, and we're in social studies, and we're talking about geography. And yesterday we talked about the compass. Okay, so yesterday we learned about the compass rose. Who can tell me a little bit about the compass rose? What does it tell us?
Direction.
Direction. Who can tell me the four different main directions that we talked about yesterday? Mike?
Southwest.
That's not one of the
Southeast.
main ones we talked
Oh.
about. Close. Rod?
North.
North?
South.
South?
East,
East?
west.
And west. So yesterday we talked about north, east, south, and west. So today, for a little review, I'm going to be asking you guys questions to start off. And we know that this side of the room is south. So if this side of the room is south, what side of the room is that?
No.
North. If that's north, this is east. East. This side is east, and that would be
West.
west. Very good. So Mike, if you were going to go to the door, which direction would you go?
To my left.
Which is?
East.
East. Go ahead and go to the door. Rod, if you were to go to the window, which direction would you go?
One. Over here.
Watermelon is
West.
west. Brianna, if you were to come up here by the teacher, which direction would we go?
South.
South. Very good. Maddie, if you were to go to their lesson, which direction would you go?
North.
North. Very good. Go ahead and just stand in the middle of the room. And Cam, if you were to visit Mike, which direction would you go? Very good. So we learned that this is north, east, south, and west. Come back in, Mike. Mike, can you come back in the room? Okay, you guys can all go sit back down now. And while you're sitting down, we already know that the compass rose teaches us north, east, south, and west. But it also can teach us northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. So if this was north and east, this corner would be northeast, this corner would be northwest, this corner would be, no, northeast, my bad, this is
South.
southeast, southwest, northwest. So, for today, we are going to be using directions to find places on a map.
Our neighborhood.
We're going to use our neighborhood map. And with your elbow partner, talk about what you see on this map. Talk
Twisted
quietly.
lane.
Lines.
That's the first thing that stuck out to me too.
Trees. I see Ruth.
They say that they
Catherine,
give you a
Ariana,
compass, so
David.
it makes it easier.
House.
Trees. And I see
I see a
I
very
see a compass.
Not trees.
Ariana's house.
Ruth's house.
All right, everybody attention back
There's
up
a
here. What are some things we see on this map? Sean? Trees?
Homes.
Homes? Or houses? Mike, you have anything?
Twisted lane.
Twisted Lane, which is a
Road.
road. And we see a school and a supermarket, just some things that we'd see in our normal hometown. What I see right here is this. Who can tell me what this is?
The road.
This is-
compass.
Oh.
I don't know if it's gonna make- It's a compass, exactly, the compass rose, which we talked about yesterday. So, with your elbow partner, I want you to find one thing that is north of the library.
David's house.
Raise your hand when you have found
The
one.
house that looks like a barn.
Tiffany?
David's house.
David's house, and we know that that is north because we used the compass rose from the library and found David's house.
This house looks like a barn.
It does look like a barn. From Berry Drive, who can tell me one road that is west? Cam?
Main Street.
Main Street, is there any other roads that are west? Mike, shaking your head.
Elm Court.
Elm Court? What about Fifth Street? Would this be west?
Yes.
Kind of.
South, west.
It would be more south and west, because this is the west and this is south, and it goes kind of this way. Or it could be the opposite, so you really just have to pay attention to what the question's asking. All right, let's try one more, a little trickier. From Twisted Lane, which is right here, which direction would you use to get to the supermarket? Anybody? Maddie, would you like to take a shot?
Northeast.
Very good, because we would have to go east and then north. So instead of calling it east-north, we're gonna call it north east, because you have to go at an angle. All right, now today I need you all to get out your laptops, and I need you to follow directions. Remember that we only go on the websites that I show you, so go ahead and pull up Google, just like this. Give me a thumbs up when you're made it this far. Good. And then in the search engine, I just need you to type in maps and click enter. Thumbs up again if you're this far, everybody with me? Good. And click the very first link. It should say Google Maps. If it doesn't, please raise your hand. All right, that is at my house. That's kind of Okay, so once you have the map up, I need you to place your hands on your desk so that you're not tempted to touch your computers. Hands on your desk like this when you are up to Google Maps. All right, so as we can see, this map is very, very close in, and if I would have told you this was my house, you would have no idea what state this is even in. So that's where I live, and as you can see right here, there's a plus sign and a minus sign. I want you all to go ahead and click the minus sign until you can see the whole United States. And if you're already there, just wait patiently.
Next thing I need you to do is write another for the Federated States of Micronesia.
You do not need Hawaii or Alaska, so you can pull up a bigger picture of just the continental United States. So like this. This would be good.
Thanks, partner.
There we go. All right, so does everyone's look exactly like mine on the board?
Very close.
Pretty close? Does everybody have a box in the bottom left corner or the southwest corner of your page? I need you all to click this little box. It's going to take you to a satellite map of the United States.
Whoa.
Sean, you can go ahead and zoom in a little more on your picture. So we're not going to get into the satellite map a lot today because we're going to be learning about different types of maps later on. So I just want you to be familiar that there's a difference between a regular map and a satellite map. The satellite map's going to show different landforms. As you can see over here, there's a lot of mountains and then just flat lands. So just keep that in your head for now. So today, we're going to be doing a scavenger hunt across the United States. But is there anything on this map that is not the same as our neighborhood map?
There's no roads.
There's no roads, because it's just a map of the
No
United States, no
compass.
houses. Today we're just going to be learning about the states. What'd you say, Mike? Very important.
No compass.
There's no compass. So we really don't know which way's north, which way's south. But if we would have our textbooks, which we would know that the top of the United States is north. So we're always going to know that this is north. The top of your homepage is north. But that's the only direction I'm going to give you today, because you should know that from north, we can go in a circle and figure out the rest of the directions. So when I hand out your sheet, you may begin. If you finish early, I would like you to flip the page over, and you can do one of two options. You can draw your own compass map and label them all. And two, if you get done with that, I would like you to pick any state, click on it, find a state or a city that you think would be interesting, and then using your compass map, I want you to write a city that's north, east, south, and west of the city you choose. All right, what was the first option we could do?
Draw a map or a compass and label it.
Very good. And the second option, Rod?
Choose a city in any state, and then within that area, do the compass thing as well.
Yep, very good. You can work independently on these scavenger hunts. Some of the answers can vary, so just use the map and use your knowledge of the United States to help fill them out. If you have questions, I'll be walking around.
I don't have states on mine.
Yeah, I don't.
You want to zoom in a little further?
Yep, try one more.
Wait, are we supposed to go back to the
Map.
map? Instead
Nope,
of satellite?
there you go, zoom out
We're
one
sticking
more.
on satellite or map? Miss Holly?
Well, mine, when I have it up there, it does it on.
Mine doesn't either.
If it doesn't show it
It
on the
does if you
satellite, you can
scoot
feel
it.
free to click
Go
the,
on one more.
the box again. See, mine keeps it up here
Oh,
on
yeah.
satellite, but,
Yeah,
Mine just had to zoom in. I didn't have it earlier. Now it does.
okay. If not, you can go back to the regular map. Either one will do. I just wanted to introduce you to the satellite map today. Okay. And if you need help with your directions, remember that you can always use your textbook. Like I said, there's going to be a variety of answers because if you're to the east of a state, there's going to be more than one direct state. You can also use the compass rose that is on your worksheet if you can follow from your worksheet to the computer screen. Now the last three are a little more tricky. They're challenge questions, so just try your best.
So like my example, we can all have a question. No, it's just one at a time. I got a good question.
I like how you're practicing using your handwriting, Mike.
Thank you.
Prince Harry. Is a Prince Harry like a new country? Because there are so many. That's a good question.
That's when I was looking at it, I was like, oh, there's not really direction. It was a challenge question. We'll see what they put. Are you done with the front? All right, so you can do one of the two options.
Zoom in on the city.
I think if you click a state, like the name of it, it should take you into the middle. What state are you in?
Alabama.
I think if you click Alabama, it'll take you in further.
Would you look at that?
There you go.
This one looks interesting.
If you're done, you can do one of the two options on the back of your paper. Either draw compass rose, or you can find a state and a city and find northeast, southwest.
Oh, what?
The compass rose for northeast, southwest. Right?
I was
Some-
concentrating.
Our state is in the middle.
Sometimes people need directions more than once, Mike, and that's okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, that's not how we talk to our classmates.
Still play at recess.
What other directions have we learned that we can put on there?
Tell them about you.
What other directions can we put on here that we know? All right, I see most of you are finishing up. Go ahead and take your time though. And then once you guys drew your compass, you can click a state and then find a city and find another city that's northeast, south, and west from there. Any state that you want. All right, is everybody done with the front of their scavenger hunt?
Yep.
All right, so I want you guys to go ahead and shut your computers now. If you're not done with your activity on the back, that's fine. We just wanted to make sure that everyone was done with the front of the scavenger hunt. Yours is holding up the thing you don't. Okay, we're good. Okay, so we're gonna walk through the scavenger hunt a little bit just to make sure everybody's on the right path for the scavenger hunt and the right direction. All right, let's name 2 states east of Wyoming. Maddie, can you name one that you put?
South Dakota.
South Dakota. Did anybody else have South Dakota? Tiffany? Good. Anybody else want to share another one that they found? So we found that Wyoming is right here, and we went east. So any of these states would have worked. Did everybody have something this way? Yes? Good. All right, next one we have Georgia is
Boys are starting.
blank of Florida. Rob, what'd you put?
North.
Did everyone agree? Good. All right, the next one says you have to put them in alphabetical order. You didn't necessarily have to put them in alphabetical order, but I hope you did. Did you have Alabama and Georgia? Mississippi? You didn't have Georgia, Mike?
I had Florida first.
Florida, that would also work. It's a little farther down. And then South Carolina? No? Which one did you have, Sean? Louisiana? That one would also work, but it's a little more southwest. Little more southwest, but I would count it. All right, one state west of our home state. Where's our home state, Cam?
Iowa.
Iowa, right here in the middle. So one state west would be anything this way on the map. Does everyone agree? Does everyone have one of those states on that side? Perfect. State directly north of Nebraska. Everybody?
South Dakota.
South Dakota. 3 states in the west of the U.S., which would mostly be west of our home state. And then the challenge questions. Which state is southwest of Colorado? Arizona. Very good. Our state is in the
Said
what
north.
direction? You said north?
Middle.
Middle? Technically, it doesn't really have one, so I would accept north or middle or central. And which state is northwest of Idaho?
Canada.
That's not a state in the United States. Tiffany?
Washington.
Washington, that is correct. So, now that we've seen 2 different types of maps today, how can we compare this map, our neighborhood map, maybe? What's the same about the neighborhood map and the Google map?
Give us information.
They both give us information, maybe give us a sense of direction. Anything else that's similar? Not a lot similar with these 2 maps, is there? They're both a map. We want to get that technical. What are some things that are different? When comparing and contrasting the 2.
One's about a town, the other talking about states.
Yep, this one is much more descriptive, and this one's more broad. Anything else?
This one has a compass rose and that one doesn't.
Very good. This one has a compass rose to help us find the directions. This one we have to memorize the directions in our head. Okay, so now on your exit slip, you can just write on the back of that again if you want to. I want you to write down why you think directions are important when using a compass rose.
Is your country Europe? No, it is Europe. Okay.
When you are done, you can hand it in and line up on the east wall. Go ahead and line up on the east wall when you are done. And that is it. Because then you would go to lunch.